This training will cover the appraisal process in Singh Learning. We will go over how to find your employees' appraisals, how to save appraisals, and how to check which step you are on and what is needed next. First thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you check your team and that everyone is there. If they're not there, or if you have extra team members, you'll want to contact your business office manager or the Singh Learning administrator in order to get that resolved. In order to check your team, you go up here and you go to My Team, and underneath you will see all of your team members. You should have quite a bit more. And you can go specifically to that team member's appraisal process through here if you would like. This is just one of two different ways to do this. So we're going to go to my little test learner. And so all of your current employees, if they don't have any previous appraisals, will have, since we're in 2016 right now, they will have the 2016 Associate Performance Appraisal. In future years it'll just be a different year. And so we'll go down and click that. And this is what you'll see. So things you want to check for when you look at an appraisal. You want to make sure that it's got the name, your name as the manager, who their manager's manager is. So for instance, if you are a business office manager reviewing receptionists, you will want this to be your ED. And the appraisal role will always be empty. So things that you can do on the screen, you'll see what steps are up next and then what is up to be following. So this first one, the associate and department head, we need to complete the appraisal form. So what we're going to do is we're going to click Start. And you'll see here all of the steps of this current process. This also will be a step for your employee as well. Up here, you'll see the complete by date when it's due. You will see what each ranking means. So down here you see we have 3 rankings, 1, 2, and 3. 1 is approaching performance standards. You'll be coaching or their coaching or training is potentially necessary to be successful within the competency. Sometimes performance is acceptable, but other times is not. May have received some prior coaching and discipline. Approaching standards does not mean failing. However, it does mean that improvement is needed to be successful. So these are your employees that are almost up there, but they still need a little bit of work. Successful performance is the second ranking. Successful performance means that they're doing their job well, their tasks and assignments are completed consistently, and the associate does what is expected of every associate. Additional training and coaching is not needed for this associate. They can complete all of their tasks. They may sometimes go above and beyond. Peers, subordinates, and supervisors can count on the individual to perform when is needed. Most people will be a 2 out of 3. So most people are performing as they are expected, and they aren't necessarily going very above and beyond when they're not necessarily needing a lot of coaching. You will still get some 1s and 3s. A 3 is exceptional performance. Associate routinely and consistently outperforms in this area and is ready to perform at the next level. Consistently does things outside the scope of responsibilities to support the community's goals. Peers, subordinates, and supervisor consistently look to this person's performance as an example for others to achieve. This rating is given to superior performance. These are your employees that are going far above and beyond consistently. It's not just every once in a while. They're consistently going above. If you choose 1 or a 3 rating for your employee, please fill in specific reasons for why. There should always be examples of evidence to whichever rating you are giving. However, a 1 and a 3 need extra examples. So there are different topics. So there's focus on client service, where you'll be able to rate. So your employee will also have a very similar screen for their self-appraisal. So you can rate your employee. If your employee has answered, they will write that there. And then you can fill in evidence as to why you're giving the associate that ranking. The next one is attendance and punctuality. And yet again, it's the same thing. You write, they write as well, and then you answer. And then functional and technical skills. Demonstrating teamwork. And then anything else that you want to place in here. So, for instance, if it's someone that has done quite a few significant things that you don't feel are encompassed within the appraisal, you will want to add this at this point. And also if they need any specific improvement, you can give feedback here. And then what you'll do is you'll complete the stage. We're not going to do that right now, but if you completed this stage, it'll just let you go on to the next one. And you can save progress. We'll just complete it. Well, you need to fill in things. It'll tell you if you haven't filled in the proper things. So if you do miss something, don't worry about it. It will tell you. All right, so we're going to go back to the appraisals. Oh, sorry, we went to the team. Okay. So when you complete this stage, you can move on to the next one. So the next one, the executive director in this case, would approve the appraisal, and then you would want to prepare for appraisal discussion, and then your associate will want to go in and acknowledge the discussion that you had with them. So it's just a check mark, and they can make comments. It's just where they go in and they say that you've had the discussion about their appraisal, and kind of just making sure that everyone's speaking to their associates. And then the department head goes back through and reviews any comments that the associate may have made. During any point in this process, if you need to print or save anything for the appraisal, you'll want to go here and you'll want to go to Save PDF Snapshot. And then it'll just save it. It just takes a moment. Okay, and you can download it, but you can also view it. So here's the other way of going through. So we're going to start from home. So if you go to Appraisal, this will give you your own appraisal. So you don't want to go straight to appraisal when you're looking at your own employees. What you want to do is you want to hover over and click All Appraisals. So this will give you your own appraisal, but then it will also give the appraisals that you need as manager. And when you go in, you can see the one that we were working on, when it needs to be started, when it finishes, and the status it is currently. So this is the snapshot we just saved. And it just saves it in a nice little PDF. And gives all of the little information that you need. So we haven't answered anything, so there's nothing in here. But if you had, you would download this and save it and bring it to the appraisal discussion with the employee. So as I said, you'll want to make sure in this area that all of the employees that are meant to receive an appraisal are in this section. So the email that was sent out listed the date in which any employees hired prior to that date will have an appraisal, and they will be in here. If there is someone that is missing or someone that should not be in this section, please let the Singh Learning Administrator know. Alright, and if you have any questions at all during this process, you can always contact myself or your business office manager, and they will forward the question to me. Alright, thank you.